responsible for raising children now for a generation. Well, guess what? These kids are now in college, and the American public, a good half of America, told them no. The answer's no. You don't get you wanted Hillary? Well, we said no. And they're having a meltdown. So this is a good thing for them. It's really good for them to kind of grow up a little bit and realize you don't get everything in life that you want. And you know what else they're realizing? There's this whole other half of America that doesn't think the way I do. And what do you know? They have a right to be heard too. I mean, this is really a novel concept for a lot of people, folks. Wait a minute. I'm not the only one? I'm not the only American? I'm not the only... You've heard me talk about being on the road, right? Driving in the car, people don't use their turn signals. It's like, I'm the only one on the road. Nobody else matters. Pulling into parking spaces. Doesn't matter if you're taking up 2 spaces. Who cares? Because nobody else matters. I'm the only person. This is how so many people in today's society think. And now what they realize is, wait a minute here. Other people voted too, and they don't agree with me. And so the person I wanted didn't win. So yeah, I think that there's a certain healthy nature to this, okay? That millennials are learning, I don't get everything I want. My parents never told me no, but the American public just told me no. And that there's this whole other half of the country that doesn't think the way that I do. Maybe, just maybe, the universe doesn't revolve around me after all. That hasn't stopped the college campuses from doing everything they can to coddle these kids. Yale University, remember I told you about that, the professor who let their students skip their midterms if they're just too distraught over this. Tufts University, offering arts and crafts to the kids to try to cope with their emotional distress. University of Kansas told their students that therapy dogs are available now to comfort them. I'm not kidding. University of Michigan, the director of multi-ethnic student affairs, Trey Boynton at University of Michigan, said, quote, people are frustrated. People are just really sad and shocked. He said, quote, there was a steady stream of students flowing into his office, I guess. They spent the day sprawled out at the center playing with Play-Doh and coloring in coloring books, PJ Media reports. Providing Play-Doh and coloring books for them to try to distract their attention away from the devastation of not getting their way last Tuesday. Cornell University hosted what was being described as a, quote, cry-in, where the students could cry, and the school issued and passed out tissues and hot chocolate. I'll tell you, I think PJ Media, this piece written by Tom Knighton, I think he nailed it. He finishes it this way, quote, for years, progressives have sheltered children from failure or pain. Athletic events for young children no longer keep score, and everyone gets a trophy. Schools try to minimize competition and achievement because of insane theories about fostering self-esteem. Unfortunately, you can't shelter kids forever. At some point, something is going to invade their safe spaces and smack them upside the head. On November 9th, it was dealing with the fact that Donald Trump is president-elect of the United States. And I would add to that, and there's a whole half of the country that thinks differently than you do. And we have a voice, too, and we have a right to be heard, too. All right, that's how I look at it. Anyway, more coming up a couple minutes from now here on the Bob Duco Show. We'll be joined by Doug Schoen. We'll talk about his book, Putin's Master Plan, in just a couple of minutes.